Yo, what is up, Mason?
What's up, Adam? How you doing?
I'm doing good. We are back with another episode of the Assemblage Beverage podcast, and we have not a word from a sponsor, but we have a word from a giveaway that we're doing. So,
Ooh.
I know, a giveaway. And Mason and I teamed up to do a little giveaway of our favorite beverage things at the moment. So this is a combined effort, a little bit of what Mason's into beverage wise, what I'm into beverage wise. So really cool giveaway. It's actually been up for about a week now, but this is a little bit of a look into what we are giving away. So I've got it all right here. So first, we've got one of Mason's favorite things. We've got some Norlin whiskey glasses. They're really cool. Yeah, really cool glasses, really beautiful shape. They've got a whole bunch of like benefits for how it aerates the whiskey and allows the aromas to go into your naval cavity, which is pretty cool.
Whoa.
So
Big
some
words.
nice whiskey glasses. Next, we got an ice mold makes crystal clear big 2-inch blocks of crystal clear ice. It's
Sick.
nice little ice mold. That's one of kind of like a combined one of our both of our favorite things is crystal clear ice. Mason's got crystal clear ice in his glass right now. Next is one of Mason's favorite bar books, the what is this? The Essential Bar Book. Really cool, 115 classic cocktail recipes. Really beautiful. I have a copy. I'm sure you have a copy at your house. So
Two, I
great.
think, honestly.
Yeah, I might have two as well. I've just got like two
People
or
love to give it.
three copies of some books for some
I
reason.
know. People just like to give it to you, and that one right there has like a nice thick cover too.
Yeah,
So it's like it's got a nice
hardcover,
grip.
really beautiful book. Um, One of my favorite books as far as like a fun wine pairing book. It's Big Macs and Burgundy, so it's kind of unconventional food and wine pairings. Really beautiful pictures and kind of really fun pairings that are not as stuffy as sometimes wine pairings can get. And the last thing, everyone needs a great wine glass when you're getting into wine. So some Gabriel Glass, all-purpose wine glasses, a set of 2 wine glasses. So giveaway is super easy to enter. All you have to do is
Woo!
follow us on Instagram. Subs- uh, what's the second thing? Comment 2 friends in the comments of our Instagram. And then the third thing is to go on Spotify and rate us. We'd love it if you give us 5 stars, but we can't tell you to give us 5 stars, but we'd love you to rate us for 5 stars on Spotify because that really helps us to boost our ratings, which allows us to make more money for the podcast, which allows us to do cool giveaways for you all. So like I said, like us on Instagram, tag 2 friends, and rate us on Spotify. And
Oh, that's easy. We can
easy
do it.
peasy. And you can get entered into the giveaway. Giveaway will close in a couple weeks, and we will announce it on our Instagram story. But with no further ado, here is episode 42. That rhymed too. Um,
Ha!
Today's
Ah!
episode 42 of the Assemblage Beverage podcast. We are doing
What are we doing?
shots.
Cha 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 cha! Everybody, come
Yep.
on!
Come on. We're doing shots today, baby. Mason, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking the Tolomardu Caribbean cask right now on a rock, not taking a shot at the moment. I still got to wake up early tomorrow, unfortunately. But, you know, in spirit, when we have our weekend, I'll take a shot for this episode for sure. No problem.
Yes, sir. And I am drinking something that someone told me I couldn't have. And I had a really, really fantastic day at my day job. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of people telling me what I can and what I can't buy. So I went out and bought a bottle of Clase Azul Reposado. So,
What? Fuck
yep, that's right.
yes.
So to that guy who said that it's overpriced and overrated, fuck you. I bought it anyway, and it is delicious. So that is what I'm sipping of. Not taking a shot yet, but there might be a shot at the end of the podcast. Cheers, Mason.
Cheers.
So yeah, we're talking shots, which is something that I don't think Mason and I do too many shots nowadays. When we were
Yeah,
younger, definitely more shots were being taken, but
100%.
yeah, not so many shots anymore. But I think shots kind of play. What's that?
Maybe one, maybe two here or there.
Yeah.
You know.
I will say I think the last time I did a shot was probably at your wedding.
Really, that's a long time ago now.
Yeah. Well, no, that wasn't the
I,
last time I did a shot.
Definitely, I've
No,
had
that
a
wasn't the
shot
last
or
time I did a
two.
shot.
I went out with my friend the other day, and we were out with the ladies and the wife. My wife, his
Yeah.
girlfriend at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Not. Yeah. I
Anyway,
got you. I got you.
yeah. Just clarifying. You know, got that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, uh, and we are going to get refills for everybody, and I was just like, hey, two shots, bartender, and did a quick on our way back with the extra drinks. It was perfect. It was like nice little extra buzz to the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've actually done shots since your wedding. That's a complete lie. I was just trying to be better than I don't do shots all that much, but I've definitely done some shots since your wedding.
Yeah,
So, but I think that shots kind of play a really crucial role in the beverage space in the bar world. You have people who obviously will come in, as an industry person or as an sort of now like industry adjacent person. A lot of people will come to the bar, ask for shots, things like that. And I think from a bartender's perspective or a chef's perspective or someone like a server, anyone that kind of works in this industry, shots kind of are a go-to after service. So many
definitely.
people like, I used to go out all the time after work and kind of you'd sit down at the bar, sit down at a table with your coworkers, and the first drink of the night was always a beer and a shot. It kind of just set the mood right. Take a shot, chase it with some beer, and then you're kind of just sipping on beer, maybe mixing in some mixed drinks, maybe a couple shots here and there. This is all, of course, if you don't have to drive, or if you've got a designated driver. Don't be doing this and then getting in the car because that's bad news. We do not
Bad
endorse
news
that.
bears.
We do not endorse that, and that is bad news bears. But like the beer and the shot, and so many bars, especially like in big cities, they have like industry, like this is our house shot, this is our house beer. They'll usually cut you a deal on the two, which is phenomenal. So, Mason, what is your idea of like your go-to beer and shot combo? Maybe right now or just, in the past.
Yeah, it always changes because you never know what your mood is. But if I'm gonna take a beer shot combo, I'm gonna probably take either tequila or whiskey, depending on
Mhm.
the mood. What's the vibe of the night? If it's gonna be whiskey, it's gonna be Tullamore Dew probably because it's inexpensive but not too inexpensive, and it tastes good. No matter it doesn't have too much burn, not and it's also like a little bit more flavorful. And then right now my beer combo is a little Slurp, which is like a IPA from Noda Brewing here in Charlotte, which is just fantastic. Great IPA, super hoppy, super hazy in a good way, and just uh, tasty. And then if I'm gonna do a tequila shot, you know, probably Casamigos. I'm just gonna fork up a little extra just to make it happen. Like it's just something
Nice.
more delicious for me. What about you?
Yeah. A little bit smoother on the old palate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I've kind of evolved, a little bit as I've gotten older. Like my go-to when back in my bar back days, my bartending days.
Oh yeah. Well.
Well, no, it was Miller High Life, which I will say that has not changed. Miller High Life is still my go-to beer. It's just so crisp, so refreshing. It has like this slight sweet note, which is like it's just so easy to drink. Um, that hasn't changed. So that is a
It'll
constant,
never
you
change
know,
for you.
like it'll never change. No. But my shot
Uh,
of choice back then was Fernet Branca. Um, yeah,
that's a
which
spicy
is
one.
spicy. Yeah, it's very minty,
This,
very eucalyptus forward. Um,
yeah.
so for those of you who have not had it, it is very, very strong in like mint, menthol, eucalyptus. So it's like bitter, minty. Um, it's really delicious, but lately Fernet and I have just not gotten along. The last couple of years, like it's just every time I drink it, the night ends very badly, and it's mostly like I'm pointing the blame at Fernet, which it's not Fernet's fault; it's my fault
It's all
because the
Fernand's.
only time I shoot Fernet now is after a long night of drinking, and I'm like, you know, what sounds good, Fernet, and it should never be added into my nightly routine now. It should just be like I might do one shot of Fernet at the beginning of the night, and that's it. It should never be like a late night, you know, let's do a shot of Fernet. It's just it doesn't agree with me anymore. So now, you know, I think that my palate's changed. I'm getting really into tequila, so I would probably do a reposado tequila. You know, I think Terramana, which is the Rocks tequila. I really mess with that. It's delicious, very reasonably priced. Herradura makes a really great reposado tequila.
Mm.
I just got, actually, my brother, shout out my brother, he just sent me a bottle of Don Julio Reposado, a 1942 Reposado Primavera, and really really cool. It's delicious. It's a reposado tequila that they actually finish in orange wine barrels. So it's got like a reposado like oakiness, but then it's also got this citrus thing going on for it. Absolutely phenomenal. So shout out Jack,
Sounds awesome.
who was on our brother podcast, our Bro Loco podcast.
Bro, loco.
So yeah, shout out Jack for hooking it up with the cool tequila, and that was fantastic. So I would probably say some sort of reposado tequila. Just kind of look at the back bar and see what they have. That's it's go to right now. Now
I
if
love it.
so, we're both still we're both still budget guys. Like this Clase Azul that I'm sipping on is like I'm savoring it. Like this is only my second time taking like this much out of it. Um, so
Yeah.
we're both pretty budget conscious as far as like what we drink, especially when we go out because we understand like the markup, everything like that. But Mason, I want to know like if you had no budget, someone else is paying for it, and that someone else is paying for it is not me. You've got no budget, and you get to pick any shot. It doesn't matter if it's super exclusive, super rare, anything, no budget. You have one shot. What is it, Mason?
King Louis. No, I'm just kidding.
Louis the 13th?
Honestly, no. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, Louis the 13th, but Mr. King. No, because I want to enjoy my shot, right? Like I'm a big guy that like, even though I want to, I don't really care. Like no budget, right? I get it, but like still, if I'm having to shoot it, not actually get to sip on it and enjoy it, I
Mm,
gotta go something more mid tier in my eyes. Not
yeah,
mid tier, but mid upper tier. Let's go with that. All right.
yeah.
I'm thinking Don Julio 1942, or this other kind of sweeter tequila that I kind of came across called Addictivo, and it's the extra anejo
Mm,
Cristalino version. It's like purified, cleared, extra anejo, so it's super clear, clarified, whatever you want to call it, and it's got that age note. But the Addictivo brand makes a sweet tequila, which is like the weirdest kind of awesome, most awesome tequila I've had in a while, because it's like desserty but not. Like you could have it before, during, or after and still enjoy it throughout your whole meal, or just sip on it as normal, or shoot it like you shot, and you just like crush it, no problem.
Hell yeah, I'll
So I
have to
think
try
those are
that.
the two I'd go with. Yeah, and
Yeah, I
it's not
definitely
too
have to try
expensive
that.
either.
Yeah, I was looking up because we talked about this the other day, and I think I looked it up. It's like $70 a bottle, which seventy
Yeah,
dollars a
so
bottle for an extra añejo tequila is really quite reasonable.
yeah, and I think the Cristalino is like 100, so it's like not very expensive at all. What are
Yeah.
you drinking? Your
So
shot.
my no budget shot, I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I think it's just like those humble roots and like not wanting to be like, oh, I would pick Louis the 13th, right? Well, I told my story last week, and I really like I've had it once and it was just okay. So I'd probably go with Clase Azul, or maybe the new Don Julio Primavera Reposado that I just had. Um,
Yeah,
those would kind of be my go-to's right now, just because they are definitely more expensive, especially once you get into like that restaurant space where you're paying all this markup. But it's not something that's like crazy $1,000 bottles of alcohol. It's just I don't know. Again, like I probably would want to sip and enjoy that and not necessarily shoot it.
right.
Not saying that I necessarily want to just sit here and shoot 19 or Clase Azul, but I think I would have an easier time doing that than shooting like Louis the 13th or some Pappy Van Winkle or
Mm.
some crazy allocated whiskey or bourbon, something like that. So I think, we're
Yeah.
kind of in the same page. Even with no budget, we're still budget conscious.
It's just always up here. I'm like, what am I going to drink that's actually worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I'm
Yep.
depending on how I'm drinking it, what's worth it? And that's the question you always answer.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. And I think like it's kind of a good place to be because I feel like once you go down that rabbit hole of like that no budget shot and then you are hanging out with some people that are like giving you those no budget shots, it's hard to go back to like those, less expensive brands. So I think kind of keeping that like, yeah, I like to drink nice stuff, but I'm still my everyday tequila is Terramana or something that's not overly expensive, or even like the Mi Familia Flores that I talked about last week. Like that's a great tequila. It's a reposado. It's like $55 a bottle, and I don't feel bad mixing it with Topo Chico and enjoying it as a tequila soda. It's like something like Clase Azul. Like I would never add soda water to it because to me it would just like, what's the point, right? In
I
my
don't know,
opinion.
but I bet you people do it.
Yeah, yeah, and who knows? Maybe I'll do it, but probably not.
I don't
So
know.
kind
Maybe
of a
you get a big budget and you'll never know.
yeah. I don't
That's
make
your
enough
well.
money to be
Casa
big
Azul.
budget. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet, but it's I'm a long way from that. You know.
Could you imagine like being a bartender and Casa Azul bottle being in your well always?
Yeah, and I will say like it's
Ugh.
it's not a super convenient bottle to pour from because it's
No,
pretty heavy, and
and
I
it's
was
big.
actually yeah, it's huge. Like it's a massive bottle, and kind of like a sub rant. It has nothing to do with shots, but so for those of you who don't know, like I in my day job, I do catering sales. So I sell events to people and stuff like that. And it's funny because we offer bartenders and we'll bring like ice and all the mixers and stuff like that, but we don't supply alcohol. Like the clients have to supply the alcohol just for liability reasons. And every time we go to a party, the the people, it doesn't matter who it is, they always buy handles of liquor. And if you've ever bartended, you know how annoying it is to bartend with handles of liquor because A, you can't put a pour spout in them because the thing is too big, the hole is too big. B, they're heavy as hell. And C, like like the Tito, like so for example, Tito's, it's not like a normal bottle. It's got like a handle, like it's like I'm pouring a milk jug, but it's made out of glass. And I just never
Oh,
understood because if you look at like the cost of a handle versus buying the same amount in like liter bottles, it's the same damn price. Like it doesn't save you any money, but it
but I
just
get to buy less of it.
yeah, I guess
That's what
so.
they're
But then it's
thinking.
like yeah, but from like a they've obviously never bartended. So that's my
Never.
rant of the day. Like fucking stop buying handles. Like you're not in high school anymore. Like buy liters, buy 750s. Like you're not saving any money and you're annoying your bartender. So stop doing that. But yeah,
Uh,
it's I don't know that's obviously been bothering me. So thanks for letting me get that out, Mason. Um,
Absolutely. I'm glad you got that out because honestly, the world needs to know.
hey, it's valuable information. We're just out here,
It is
changing bars, pop up
changing
catering
minds
bars.
from
Yeah,
for all the people buying bars, buying the alcohol for their bar that they have now hired in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we had a little bit of a dog breaking into Mason's recording studio, aka his bedroom. What are you gonna do? They're just
You know what I'm saying?
they want to hear about shots. You know,
Shots. You
they
saying
want to
shots?
yeah shots, um,
Shots.
shots treats. So kind of the next thing, kind of like a subset of shots, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but talking about bombs, like sake bombs, Jaeger bombs, Irish car bombs,
Oh shit.
which
Oh yeah. Are we doing
which
some?
is, I mean, no.
No. All right.
And bombs are essentially like you have a beer or some sort of non-shot, like Jaeger bomb is Red Bull and Jaeger. Sake
Mm.
bombs are going to be a Japanese lager with sake, like a shot of sake dropped into it, and then you chug it. An Irish car bomb going to be Irish whiskey, Bailey's, and Guinness, which you essentially have a half a Guinness and then you make a shot with half whiskey, half Bailey's, and you drop it in. And you have to drink it before it curdles, essentially. Um,
Not for me.
yeah,
Not for me.
I'm not a big like Irish car
Curdle
bomb
guy.
guy. Yeah, I'm not a big curdled beer kind of drinker. It's just not really
Uh,
what I'm into. I don't know about you, Mason, but I could live without doing another Irish car bomb in my life.
yeah. I think I've had one my entire life, and I'm good with that. I'm a
Yeah,
more of a Jaeger bomb kind of guy. I could do those continuously. That up or that down or together. That licorice taste makes you feel happy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I get that, and I actually like. I'm not a. I don't really drink Red Bull. Like I'm not. I could. I love coffee, and I could drink a ton of coffee, but I don't drink energy drinks just because they really like you know yeah like my heart like freaks out and it's just like I can't do it. So um
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a Jaeger bomb kind of person, but I do actually like Jaeger as a shot. I can only do
One
like
of few.
one, maybe two in a night, because it is very, and it has to be like ice cold. Like the bar has to have it like in that super chiller that Jaeger will give bars, and it has
Yeah.
to be ice cold. Um, because warm Jaeger is very spicy. Super spicy. Um, super spicy. And like, but cold Jaeger, it's very like it's slightly sweet, it's licoricey, anisey, uh, and it's
Please don't talk about that.
anisey, yeah. But it's
Dude.
really quite like it's one of those things that you either love it or you hate it, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm in the middle, but I'm more in like the loving it side.
That's good. I'm in the love it kind of side. My brother, I can't remember if it was his actual fraternity drink or if it was just like his drink, a part of his fraternity. And so that was like the drink of choice whenever I would visit him
Hmm.
there, or if it was like after the matter of fact. I think he almost always has Jaeger now in his freezer, so you know it's
Interesting.
there.
I really
Yeah,
wouldn't like tag your brother as like a Jaeger kind of person, but it makes sense
Yeah,
if he was around it for that long. You kind of just like that's
becomes
kind
a
of your
part of you.
thing. Yeah, yeah, it's true. But I really like he doesn't seem like someone that would do Jaeger shots. But the more you know.
The more you know,
Yeah, and
always
I
learning.
think yeah, always learn. And sometimes it's more valuable information. Sometimes it's interesting tidbits about people. But the more you know. Um, so kind of the last, like segment, I guess, in this shots episode is there's so many like, especially with TikTok, like, and all social media, movies, all these different like platforms where you can find videos of different, I'm gonna put them in quotes, bartenders making these weird concoctions and posting them on the internet for people to like make, or maybe it's clickbait. I don't know what it is. But there's so many
Clickbait.
like different shots and drinks and like random stuff out there. Mason, I'm interested to hear because I know like you're really big into movies and like you like um, Marvel, right? Is Marvel?
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm a big fan.
DC. I'm not, so I don't even know what that. I'm sure there's a word
Genre.
for it. Yeah, that genre.
Yeah.
But what are some viral like things that you've seen recently that you'd be down to try, or maybe you've tried?
Yeah. Well, I think one of the most recent ones, which might be in multiple other movies, or definitely is, I just can't remember them off the top of my head. The one that comes to mind right away is Deadpool with the blowjob shot. It's like a diss to somebody when you buy it for someone, or a male to a male diss kind of status. And I'm sure it could go any way, either way, no matter what
Yeah,
kind of way you want in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Um, but this shot is just like a sweet shot. It's a amaretto Irish cream topped with whipped cream, and you've seen maybe videos out there or whatever, and people just come in there like, you know what I'm saying, and then shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? Or they do no hands and they grab it and they go, oh.
yeah,
But that is the shot that comes to mind every time when I think about a movie shot. That's just like the the cute girl in the movie, or the big ass biker ready to just start a brawl, just smashes the shit out of somebody that bought them the shot, and it
hmm,
wasn't really them; it was some other guy, trying to cause a bar fight in the scene or whatever it was.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many like different things, and Deadpool is such a great movie. Like, I'm not like a big. Is that Marvel or is that DC or is it in its own?
Marvel.
It's Marvel. I'm not
Yeah.
like a big Marvel fan, but I'm a big comedy fan, and like Deadpool is kind of like that middle ground where it is like a superhero Marvel movie, but it's also like funny as hell too.
Oh
So
yeah.
I will say like Deadpool's a good movie, and that's like an iconic thing in the movie, and it's been in so many other things. I was so this is I've seen this online and I've seen it as like a thing going around, but um, this mine is kind of a because I feel like we have like a couple that we would like to try, but we have more that we're like, what the hell is going
Uh,
on? Yeah.
yeah.
But mine like that I would like to try or I have tried because I have had it is an oatmeal cookie shop. um, I've seen it a couple times. My one of my bartenders at the last place I was managing was obsessed with this. Like he would make it as like a comp for everyone, and like we would go to bars and like he'd be like, "Oh, oatmeal cookie shots for everyone." And so like I've had more than I wish. But it's basically equal parts butterscotch schnapps, Goldschlager, which is a cinnamon liqueur, and Bailey's or Irish cream, and you mix all three of them together, and then you shoot it, and it does taste like an oatmeal like cookie. Like it's good, but it's one of those things that it's more of a dessert shot, and then you're kind of like done after that. It's not like a hey, we just got to the bar, like give me a Miller High Life and an oatmeal cookie shot. Like no, it's not. It's not
Mm,
one of those things. But I will say it is pretty good for what it is. Um,
all right.
but it's interesting. It's better than some I've seen. So I guess
Heard
that's
that.
that's worth something.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if I would ever take an oatmeal cookie shot unless it was with you. Then I'll probably do
and I probably won't do any more of them. So
it.
I think you're safe there, Mason.
You've oatmeal cookie shot out, so
Yeah,
at least I'm
I've
safe.
I've probably had like 6 or 7 in my life, and that was enough. Yeah,
That's a lot of oatmeal cookies in a shot
it's a
form.
lot of oatmeal cookies. I'm gonna do this shot. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Tomorrow, I probably don't need the shot, but I'm gonna take this. So,
I'll
Mason,
drink the rest of that.
all right, cheers.
Cheers.
It is good.
That was nice.
Um, what are some viral shots or something that you've seen? You're see This is tough because you're Mason. You're not a real like. You're not really on social media. Do you have a TikTok?
I probably. I don't know. I don't really do this, and I really wish I was more into it and like was more like, oh yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this kind of thing for especially
Mm-hmm.
all the online things. But I just like get caught up in life and forget about it and just doing my due kind of situation. But some of the ones, the classic ones like the kamikaze, the lemon drop, the woo woo, woo 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 woo. You know what I'm saying?
These are ones you could live
Uh,
without, right?
yeah, these are
Or
probably
these
ones
are
I could
ones
live
you're.
without.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see
Yeah.
you as a lemon drop kind of person, but to each their
No,
own.
no, I don't like all of these ones. I probably would not ever do, especially like the pickleback shot.
Ooh.
No, 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 not for me. But honestly, like if we were to do a little change up in the recipes of certain things, like the kamikaze, and you change it with tequila, like yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Well, then
Like I might,
it's just a margarita shot at that point. So
right?
then it would be
So
good.
I think it'd be delicious, but vodka is just not my
Mm-mm.
thing, and I will never take a shot of vodka unless it's put in front of me for free. Then I'll, maybe consider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I will say
It's
the one vodka shot that I would probably do, and I don't even know if this is like an actual shot, but I would do an espresso martini shot.
mm, yeah. You know what? I bet you there's a shot form of that because there's a shot form for almost anything you can think of
That's
now.
true.
Um,
That's true.
but yeah, I could probably do that kind of a shot. But like, it better taste like an espresso martini, like half, like quarter, equal parts actually. Espresso, Irish cream, and Bailey's and vodka.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
I
a
could do
little
that.
Kahlua in there too.
Maybe that too.
And you'd have to shake it. It'd have to be like one of those shots that you shake and then you pour into the shot glass. Like I wouldn't want it to just be like everything room
Unless you
temp.
layered it,
Yeah, that's true. That could be
then
kind
I
of
could
cool.
see it. Kind
That
of
could be
look
kind of
cool.
cool.
Like you put like the espresso shot. No, it would have to be the vodka at the bottom if it would work. Then the Bailey's or the Irish cream or whatever you decide to put in there, and then the espresso floating on top with the crema, so that it looks like an espresso, clean, and you sip it like
Yeah,
new shot. If
I,
it's
I
not a
could
thing.
probably I could probably mess with that, but anything else with vodka is a no go for me. And another no go for me is like and I've done it before is a play on a Irish car bomb, but it's a peanut butter Irish car bomb, and they call it like I think they call it like a Reese's Pieces or a Reese's peanut butter cup or something like that. But it's essentially Screwball Irish whiskey, which is a peanut butter whiskey, or I'm sorry, Screwball peanut butter whiskey. It's not Irish whiskey. Bailey's, and then a half a glass of Guinness, and you drop it in like an Irish car bomb. And I'm not very good at chugging beer, especially like dark beer like Guinness, and then you add the Baileys and you add peanut butter whiskey to it. So like the couple times I've done this, it always like curdles before I can drink it, and then I'm just sitting there like an asshole drinking like this fucking curdled ass Guinness concoction, and it's just disgusting. And I love peanut butter, and like screwball by itself or like in something can be, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it's not good. But screwball can be like good in something, but that is not it. The whole Guinness and everything. And I agree with you, Mason, on the pickleback. I love pickles, but I don't want pickle juice in my drinks.
No,
Like,
I don't want to take a
and
shot of pickle juice. I don't want to have it in the
no,
drink. I don't want to have it anywhere near me when I'm drinking. Really,
mm-mm,
like maybe a
nope,
pickle itself on the side when I'm having like
yeah, like as a bar snack,
yeah, like a bar snack or in
yeah,
your Bloody Mary or something like that. Definitely. Ooh, that's where
yeah,
I would have you know vodka as well. But that's another story.
yeah. But
But
you also wouldn't do a Bloody Mary shot.
I wouldn't. Yeah, no, that's too much. I wouldn't do a
It's
Bloody Mary shot.
probably too
I'm not
small
that big a
too.
fan.
Yeah,
I bet you there's a way to make it happen. Too much. Anyways, horseradish.
yeah.
Wake you up.
That would be a lot. That would be a lot. I think I'm just much more of a purist when it comes to doing shots. Like I really don't want a whole lot of like I really
Anything
like if I'm
besides the spirit.
yeah, if I'm gonna do a shot, like I want it to just be the spirit. Like I really don't want it to be like a mini cocktail, right? Because that's
Right.
essentially what all of these cocktails are. Is it's a little baby version of the cocktail. And typically, like when they're doing it because they don't want to charge a ton of money, like they are using sour mix, they're using just not real good quality ingredients, and they're not using quality spirits either. So that's going to really lead to you waking up the next morning feeling like an oatmeal cookie. And, it's just like, it's like just do a shot of something
Oh,
that's like not pure sugar and cheap alcohol, because that's, you
too
know,
much.
it's too much.
Too much.
Oof.
No go.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Mason, you wanna ask me a question of the day? You wanna hit it up?
Yeah. So, question of the day: what is your favorite shot recipe that you have come across?
Um, what is my favorite shot recipe that I've come across? I
And
would
we don't like shot
say,
recipes. We just
and
talked about
yeah,
it.
I just said the best shot you can take is a shot of pure alcohol.
But if we're gonna actually talk about it, what are you gonna do?
Do you have yours?
Gosh, it's a hard one. Honestly, like just because if I'm gonna take a shot, I want like a sweet shot, and it's probably gonna be the blowjob shot because I want to make it look
Really?
funny. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
I'm
get
gonna have
that.
fun with it. I'm gonna make it enjoyable for everybody to watch.
And then like when you're done, like you're gonna have like a little bit of like whipped cream on your upper
Yes,
lip
and
and on
I'll
your
go,
on your
yeah,
bottom. Yeah,
and I'll go.
nice.
Mm.
Do it all like sensual and
Yeah,
shit.
make
Oh
it make
god,
it enjoyable for
you
everybody.
could you
You know
could
what I'm
you could
saying?
pull that off. Like you
And
could
I'll
pull
do
it
that
off.
little
I
wink at the
couldn't.
end.
Yeah, a
Little,
little wink, just
you
a
know what I'm
little
saying?
one. Maybe blow
Just a
like
little
just
one.
the little babyest kiss too. Yeah, I think you could pull it off. Um, mine. I don't know. I mean, because I just think me saying tequila is not really like it's not a shot recipe, right? So I feel like I have to come up with something.
Yep.
I would probably say, hmm, I would probably say the Jello shot, just because it's
Ooh.
such like a iconic thing, and we didn't even touch on the Jello shot. We did a whole
I know.
episode on
Damn, we
shots, and we
forgot
didn't
about
even
the
talk about
Jello
the Jello
shots.
shot. I know. So now I'm
And I
mentioning
had a
the
whole
Jello
bowl
shot.
of shots.
Yeah,
Gosh,
Mason.
that's why I
Yeah,
would never do jelly shots again.
yeah. Mason
Maybe.
got rid of the shot format and just had a giant bowl of alcoholic Jello. Yeah. So
Delicious. I was
yeah, we
hungry.
won't. Yeah, it was blue Jello too. Don't ask me how I remember that. But yeah, I don't know. Like a Jello shot could be fun, especially if it's in like the paper cups too, because they easily crush, and then you're not like then they're biodegradable, they're recyclable, so you're not just throwing out a bunch of
Thinking out
like
for the world.
plastic thing. Yeah, exactly.
I like
And
it.
then you don't have to like, because sometimes when you set it in like the like the clear plastic ones, you've got to like either stick your finger down in there or you've got to like stick your tongue down in there. And I'm not about that life. Like I just want to be able to like kind of like crush the cup and loosen it and then shoot it back.
Let it go. I got you.
Because unlike Mason, I can't pull off the
The little.
doing that. Yeah, no, I can't pull off the little wink or the little kiss. No, it doesn't work well for me. So,
That's what it's all
um,
about. Little
yeah,
wink. Little
yeah.
kiss.
So that's kind of our shot pod. Um, if Mason didn't have to work, if I didn't have to work, we probably would have done more
Some
shots.
more
But
shots.
that's
Shot,
okay.
shot, shot, shot.
There's
Everybody.
shots.
If you're listening to this and you're not working, not driving, not going anywhere, take a shot for us. Please. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
do a shot for us. Um, ooh, that is good. Spicy. Lots of spicy things. Again, thank you all for listening. Mason, you got anything before we piece
Don't
it?
forget about our awesome giveaway. One more time. What do we got here? We've got the cool ass glasses.
We've got the Gabriel Glass wine glasses. We've got Big Macs and Burgundy, which is a modern wine pairing book. Really awesome book. We've got Mason's favorite book, The Essential Wine Book, which is great. We've got some crystal clear ice molds, which will make your perfect crystal clear cocktail ice for whiskey
Fire.
or cocktails like Mason's. His whiskey's gone, but his ice is still there, which is great because it keeps it cold without diluting it. And then if
Perfect.
you're more in the market for a neat pour of tequila or bourbon or whatever your spirit of choice is, we've got Mason's favorite cocktail glasses, Norlin whiskey glasses, which are some hand blown glasses. I'll open this up so you can actually see what the glass looks like. But it's a very cool, I think it's a 5.5 ounce whiskey glass. And the design essentially um, helps to bring out the aroma of the
So
whatever you're
sexy.
drinking, tequila. It is a very sexy glass. And
So
all this stuff could be yours if you follow us on Instagram, you tag two of your favorite drinking buddies, and you
great.
rate us on Spotify. Hell yeah. I've only come up with these things and said it like 8 times, and I still can't remember it. Rate us on Spotify. Again, it helps us to do some cool things like this in the future. And it allows us to keep doing our thing. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure while you are rating us, you smash
Might as
that
well.
subscribe button. Smash it. And you can smash that follow button on Instagram while you are doing that. Until next time, I guess, I'm Adam.
I'm Mason.
And
Keep
let's
on
keep on
blending.
blending. Hell yeah, Mason. I love you, brother.
Woo!
And we will
Other
see
two.
you in a couple weeks.
Shots. Yes.
Yes, we're doing shots next week again, but it'll be about something else.
Sounds good.
Peace.
Peace.